மாணவர்களின் சிந்தனைகளை வடிவமைக்க இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ், மாணவர்களின் தனித்திறமைகளை மேம்படுத்த SNS இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ், மாணவர்களின் போற்றும் SNS இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் கோவை.
Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, SNS College of Technology. So in this video lecture series, in this month we are discussing about robotic and automation. So from this month we are discussing about introduction about robots and then robotic components. Today class we will discuss about sensors and then how the sensors are inbuilt or how the sensors are working for a particular application, and also how the sensors are integrated with the microcontroller or robotic and automation. So topics outlined today, we will going to see some kind of topics. Why do robots need a sensors, and what can be sensed, and what sensors are out there, and then what can they do, and how much do they cost, and then how easy are they to use. So this is the topics we are going to see today. So why do the sensors for example provides awareness of surroundings. So for example what's ahead around out there, so allows interaction with environment, and then protection and self preservation, and then gives the robot capability to goal seek, and then marks robots interesting. For example, awareness of surrounding. So we have a different kind of sensors are there. For example, in robotic automation, the robot should detect the atmospheric temperature or atmospheric humidity. Means we need a sensors, for example temperature sensor as well as a humidity sensor. So temperature and the humidity sensor will sense the atmospheric temperature with the help of LM35, so for the real time example, and also the humidity sensor DHT11 or DHT22, so that sensor will detect the atmospheric conditions. And sensors, what can be sensed? For example, light. So light sensor will detect the presence or color, intensity, content, and then direction. And also the sound sensor will detect presence, frequency, intensity, content, and then direction. Heat sensor will detect the temperature, wavelength, magnitude, directions. And the chemical sensors will presence and then concentration and identity. Object proximity sensor, presence or absence, distance, bearing, color, etc. And then physical orientation, attitude, position sensor, magnitude, pitch, roll, yaw, coordination, etc. So this is the some different kind of sensors are going to be do this kind of works. And also sensor, what can be sensed? For example, magnetic or electrical field, so presence and then magnitude, orientation, content, and also the resistance sensor will electrical indirectly via V by I, and then presence, magnitude, capacitance, and inductance. So these are all the sensors. They are doing some different kind of works with a good manner. And what sensors are out there? For example, feeler sensor, so whiskers, bumpers. So this is some mechanical sensors. It also will sense some kind of activities. And the photoelectric, so it will be a visible active sensor, and also the passive sensors also there. Infrared sensor, infrared LED light, so it will be active or a passive. And then ultrasonic sensors, this ultrasonic sensors will be active or a passive. And also the sonic sensor, and then resistive and then capacitive inductive sensors. So all the sensors we have active sensors as well as the passive sensors. And also what sensors out of there? For example, visuals, cameras, arrays, color sensors, active or a passive, magnetic sensors, active or a passive, orientation, GPS, compass, voltage, current, and then chemical. So these are all the some kind of sensors. Active IR sensor specifications, sensor type, reflective IR, IR detector, Panasonic, and then IR LED type, narrow focus 10 degree. So these are all the some kind of some real-time applications. So this is the some kind of ultrasonic sensor. It will be a active sensor. So in this ultrasonic sensor, it will give ultrasonic effect. So this will transferred from source to some destination. If any destinations occurs the via of ultrasonic wave, it will reflect to the sensor. Again, it will store or it will record the sound. So with the delay and then frequency, based on the delay and then frequency, it will calculate how much amount of distance we have, and also how much amount of obstacles are there. And also the color sensors are there. For example, in this color sensor, in this image, they are using a LDR sensor, light dependent resistors. So in this light dependent resistance, based on the light, it will give some kind of different kind of outputs. So this sensor normally it will be analog sensors. For example, red light, green light, and then yellow light. For example, based on the each and every light, it has some kind of illumination level. It has a radiation level. So based on the radiation level, the sensor will give different kind of outputs. That output is noted and then that output is stored in the microcontroller. Now the microcontroller will detect either the sensor is working or not. So these are some kind of sensors. Again, once again I will recall